Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Aiman Zaidan Kusasti, and in this opportunity I would like to present about my work about basic writing course midterm assignment, and this course lectured by Mem Dewi Nopita. Before I explain about my work, I would like to describe first. I would like to show you the discussions that we're going to explain for today. As you guys can see, for the first discussion is about the outline, and second is about the first paragraph, and the third is about the third paragraph. So we're going to discuss about the outline first. Based on the instruction from Edmodo, we are instructed to create two different paragraphs based on the outline. So the first step, we have to create the outline to organize our ideas, and then from the outline we're going to write the paragraph. And as you guys can see, this is the outline. This is the outline of my first paragraph. I've chosen the topic 7 nations in Genshin Impact, and you guys can see the points like right here. This is the main topic, 7 nations and in Genshin Impact. And as always, as it's supposed to be in a paragraph, it should be there should be this topic sentence, supporting sentence, and also the concluding sentence. So this is the main discussion from the paragraph. And from the topic sentence, we could see there are the support, I'm sorry, from the topic sentence, it is separated into two parts as it should be, which are the topic and the controlling idea. So for this first paragraph, the topic is Genshin Impact. So generally, the paragraph will be talking about Genshin Impact, not about other things. But for the controlling idea is about the 7 nations. So the paragraph is only going to describe about the 7 nations in Genshin Impact, not about the other things in Genshin Impact. Not about the character, not about the gameplay, not about the music, etc. Only about the 7 nations and Genshin Impact. And the discussions from the paragraph should be in this guideline. And then for the supporting sentence, there are the major one and the minor one, as you guys can see. For the major supporting ideas, there are Mazdat, Li Wei, Inazuma, and the other 4 nations. So these 4.1, 2, 3, 4 are the major supporting ideas. And then for the minor supporting ideas, there are the city title, the archon, and design concept. Okay, for each, there are three minor supporting ideas for each major supporting ideas. You could see in the leeway point as well. There are city title, the archon, and design concept, and Inazuma as well, city title, the archon, and design concept. And for the last supporting sentence, the last supporting idea is about the other 4 nations. You could see the minor supporting ideas are the names and the storylines. And then the last one is about the concluding sentence. So this is the first outline. Later, when we're going to discuss about the paragraph, you guys could screenshot this part, and then take a look to compare or to match from this outline to the paragraph that I'm going to explain after this. And then this is the second outline. So before, this is the outline for the first paragraph, and this is the outline for the second paragraph. So I'm going to write about rooms in my grandmother's house and their uses. And as you guys can see as well, there are the topic sentence, supporting sentence, and the concluding sentence. For the topic sentence, it could be separated into two parts. The topic is my grandmother's house, and the controlling idea is the rooms and their uses. So the paragraph is only going to explain about the room and their uses in my grandmother's house. We're not going to talk about the family member, the color of the rooms, the color of the house. No, we're just going to discuss about the rooms and their uses in my grandmother's house, like that. And then for the supporting sentence, just the same like the previous outline, there are the major supporting ideas and the minor supporting ideas. For the major supporting ideas, there are dining room, grandmother's bedroom, small kitchen, my room, huge kitchen, aunt's bedroom and living room, and the last one is guest room. Okay, so there are 7 major supporting ideas. And for the minor supporting ideas, we could see the location and its use. Okay, for every major supporting ideas right here, I have tried to write down, I'm sorry, two two minor supporting ideas for each major supporting ideas. For dining room, there are location and its use, and for grandmother's bedroom, also there is about the location and its use, and so on until point number 7. But for point number 6, there are a little bit difference. We're not going to describe about the use of my aunt's bedroom, so I wrote it right here: the location and the use of living room, like that. And for the last is the concluding sentence as well. And then we're moving to the next discussion about the first paragraph is about the 7 nations it gains an impact. Before I explain about the type of the paragraph, the discussion about the punctuation and the capitalization, and then about the topic sentence, the supporting ideas, is it related or not, etc. First, we're going to read this part first. I'm going to read about this paragraph that I have tried to wrote before. And as I said before, you guys could compare this paragraph with the outline. Okay, you could screenshot this part, or maybe you could see it in the separated screen. Let's compare or match this outline to this paragraph. Is it related or not? Okay, let me start reading. So the title is 7 Nations in Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an open-world action role-playing game that introduces 7 nations in its storyline. The first one is Mazdat, or also known as the City of Freedom. Mazdat is led by an anemo archon named Barbados. The design concept of this nation is Germany. It can be seen from the buildings with large windmills on them. The second nation is Liyue, known as the City of Contracts. Liyue is led by a geo-archon named Morax. The design concept of this nation is Chinese. It can be seen from the oriental designs, start from the buildings, the citizens' outfit, and from the designs. The third is Inazuma, the land of eternity. Beelzebul is the Electro Archon who led this nation. Japanese concept was chosen to be the design of Inazuma. We can see it clearly from the structure of the buildings and the iconic sakura trees. The other 4 nations are not introduced yet. Those nations are Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, and Senejanaya. Overall, the storylines of each nation are related to their design concept and the history from the real nations in real life. This is very interesting because we could learn the international cultures indirectly by exploring these nations in Genshin Impact. Okay, so we're going to discuss about this paragraph. The first thing is about the type. What is the type of this paragraph and why? So the type of this paragraph is descriptive paragraph. Why? Why it could be the descriptive paragraph? Because as we know, descriptive paragraph is uh, a paragraph that describes about an object. It could be about its advantages, it about its weakness maybe, or about its everything. It as long as it's describing about an object. Describing about an object. And right here, I am describing about Genshin Impact. So Genshin Impact is the object, and I'm describing about the 7 nations in it. The 7 nations in Genshin Impact. So this is the descriptive paragraph because I am describing an object. The object is Genshin Impact. What I am describing about, I'm describing about the 7 nations in Genshin Impact. Like that. And then about the topic sentence, show the topic and the controlling idea and why. Okay, this is the topic sentence. Okay, let me take an annotation. Okay, so maybe we could use, I'm sorry. Okay, right here. Okay, so this is the topic sentence. Genshin Impact is an open world action role playing game that introduces 7 nations in its storyline. Okay, so what is the topic? the topic is Genshin Impact. Okay, because generally this paragraph is talking about this paragraph is talking about Genshin Impact in general. And then for the controlling idea is the seven nations. Okay, the seven nations. Okay, so this paragraph should explain only about the seven nations in Genshin Impact. Okay, so this just like its name, controlling idea. It controls the ideas from the whole paragraph, from the sentences that will come after this topic sentence, like that. So it could not talk about the other things besides the seven nations. Okay, so this is the controlling idea, and this is the controlling idea, and this is the topic, like that. And then next is about the supporting sentences, the major and the minor ones, and its relationship to the topic sentence, like that. Okay, we could see right here uh, there are several topic supporting sentence. I'm sorry, where is the pen? Okay, so uh, here, this is the first supporting sentence, the must that, and then the leeway. I'm sorry, where is it? Right here, leeway, and then must that leeway based on the outline in Azuma and the other four nations. Okay, so these four are the major supporting sentence, the major supporting sentence based on the outline. Mondstadt, Leeway, Inazuma, and Sumeru. And the supporting ideas that came after each major supporting ideas are the minor supporting ideas, like that. Okay, let's discuss it. Mondstadt is led by Anima Archon. Oh, I'm sorry. I've, I put the wrong sign. Okay, it should be right here. Yeah. So, as based on the outline, the minor supporting ideas are first is about the title, the city title. So this is the city title for each uh, major supporting ideas. The first one is Mondstadt. Okay, this is the major supporting idea, or also known as the City of Freedom. And this is the city title that I have said before. This is the minor supporting idea. And then the next minor supporting idea is about the Archon. Okay, Mondstadt is led by an Anemo Archon named Barbados. Okay, so this is the minor supporting idea number 2. And then the third supporting idea, the minor supporting idea number 3, is about the design concept. Okay, right here, the design concept of this nation is Germany. The design concept of this nation is Germany. Okay, and then it could be seen, this is the evidence, it can be seen from the buildings with large windmills on them. It's still talking about the design. Okay, it's still on the line. And then we're moving to the second major supporting sentence. The second nation is Leeway, or also known as the City of Contracts. This is the city title. And then it is led by a Geo Archon named Morax. Okay, so this is the minor supporting ideas that supports the major supporting ideas. Okay, it's still talking about Leeway, and Leeway is still talking about the seven nations in Genshin Impact. Okay, Leeway is led by a Geo Archon named Morax. The design concept of this nation, okay, design concept based on the outline. This is the minor supporting idea. And then we're moving to the evidence. This nation Chinese, it can be seen from the oriental design, start from the buildings, okay, the citizens outfit, and from the cuisines. Okay, the buildings, citizen outfit, and cuisine are still talking about the design concept of this nation. What nation? Leeway. And Leeway is still the seven, is part of the seven nations in Genshin Impact, so it's still on the line. And then we're moving to the next point. It's about the Inazuma. So Inazuma, the land of eternity. So this is the city title, and then uh, the archon. This is the archon. Second supporting idea in minor section, and the last is the design concept. Okay, Japanese concept is the design concept. Okay, design concept. So this is the minor supporting idea. And this is the evidence. We can see it clearly from the structure of the buildings and the iconic sakura trees and the other four nations. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the next. And the iconic sakura trees. So the buildings and the iconic sakura trees is still the part of the design concept. And design concept, the archon, the title is still the part of Inazuma. Okay, it's still in the same supporting idea. So this is the major one and this is the minor one. Okay, I have leave a mark. The red one are the major supporting idea, and the blue one is the minor supporting idea. How could we say the major and the minor? Okay, so the minor is explaining about the major supporting ideas, and the major supporting ideas is supporting the topic sentence. Okay, and the last is about the four nations that have not been introduced yet. Okay, I think I have put the wrong mark again. I am sorry. Let's see over here. The other four nations that are not introduced yet. This is the major supporting idea, the fourth major supporting idea. And then about the uh, minor supporting idea is about the names. Okay, the names and the storyline. The names and about the storyline is overall the storylines here. You could see based on the outline. So the names are Sumeru, Fontaine, Atlantis, Nisdea. So these four are the names of the four nations that are not introduced yet. And this is the storyline. This is strengthen the supporting ideas that came before the sentences, that the storylines from each nation are related to the relations in real life, like that. So is it what's the relationship to the topic sentence? As I explained before, the relationship is still about the seven nations. Okay, so the minor one is explaining about each nation briefly, and the major one is describing about the one by one from each seven nation from the topic sentence, like that. And then next, we're going to discuss about the concluding sentence. Why? Why is this the concluding sentence? Based on the theory, so the concluding sentence uh, should be our commentary, or should be the conclusion from the overall paragraph. And right here, I have tried to wrote the concluding sentence based on my comments, based on my commentary about the whole paragraph. So it said that there are seven nations in Genshin Impact, and then it also said that each nation based on the design concept from the nations in real life, like Mazda based on Germany, Liyue based on China, and then Inazuma based on Japanese, and then the Sumeru, Fontaineta, and Sneznaya. Overall, as well, there are also will be related to the design concept from the nations in real life, like that. And then it is said that overall the storylines of each nation are related to their design concept, but not just the design concept, but also the history from real nations in real life. So I have tried to conclude that this is very interesting. Why? Because we could learn the international cultures indirectly by exploring these nations in Genshin Impact. So this is the concluding sentence that I have tried to write based on the conclusion from the paragraph right here, the green one, you guys could see. So maybe I could add another mark right here for comparison, the yellow one. Maybe you guys could see it. Okay, so the yellow one is the topic sentence, and then the red one is the major supporting ideas. The blue ones are the minor supporting ideas, and the green one is the uh, concluding sentence, and I have explained it why. And then next, we're going to discuss about, are all the sentences in my paragraph relevant? I have already explained it. It is relevant, and the reasons why I have already explained about it. And then about the transition signals, are they appropriately used? Okay, I'm going to erase these marks. Let's erase it first, because we're going to discuss about now about the um, transition signals. Okay, The second, where's the pen? Okay, vanishing pen. We're going to discuss about the transition signals. Okay, right here I'm going transition signal for orders, for the rank order. Right here, we could see one by one. Genshin Impact is an open world action role-playing game that introduces 7 nations, its storyline. The first one, okay, this is the transition signals. Transition signals, as it based on its name. What's wrong with this pen? Okay, the first one. The first one. So as is it called transition signals. Transition signals. So it should be the signals of transition. Transition from the topic sentence to the supporting sentence. Transition from the first supporting sentence to the second supporting sentence. Transition from the second supporting sentence to the third supporting sentence, and so on. And from the last supporting sentence to the concluding sentence. So why it is why is it called the uh, transition signals. So you guys could see right here the first I use the first one as the transition signals. So the readers could know I have already discussed about different things. I have moved from the topic sentence to the first supporting ideas. In the topic sentence, I have mentioned that there are 7 nations in Genshin Impact. So after that, I'm going to say the first one. The readers know. Oh, this writer is already taking his position to explain about uh, the first nation from the 7 nation like that. So I use the first one right here in order of logical order. The first one is Mondstadt, or also known as the City of Freedom. Mondstadt is led by an animal archon named Barbados. The design concept in this nation is Germany. It can be seen from the buildings with large. The second nation, okay. The second, the second, okay. It should be logical. After the first, of course, it should be the second. Okay, it could not be after the first. We go to the third. It is prohibited like that. So after the first, the second, and readers could know. I've already moved from the first supporting sentence to the second supporting sentence. The second nation is Liwei, known as the City of Contracts. Liwei is led by Geo-Archon named Morax. The design concept nation is Chinese. It can be seen from the oriental design, start from the building, citizen outfit, and from the designs. The third, okay, this is the uh, transition signals. The third is Inazuma, Beelzebub, the Archon concept. We could see clearly from the evidence. Okay, the other, okay, this is also the transition signals. We could see it talking about another different ideas. Okay, before previously we were talking about Inazuma. The third is Inazuma, blah 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 blah. But after that, I mentioned the other 4 nations. The other 4 nations. So the reader could know. Oh, this writer is not talking about Inazuma anymore. This writer already moved to another idea. What is it going to describe about? Okay. Now, the reader could see the other 4 nations are not introduced yet. Oh, the other 4 is not introduced yet. And then, what are those 4 nations which are not introduced yet? Okay, right here I have described those nations as Sumeru, Fontaine, Atlas, and Naya. Overall, this is also transition signals, okay, because it's already transitioning from the previous idea to the next idea, which is different ideas. The storylines of each nation are related to their design concept and history from real nations. Okay. Okay. So, are they appropriately used? Yes. Why? Because is it logically ordered from the first, the second, the third, the other, and overall, and used as it's supposed to be to tell the reader that I have moved from one idea to another idea, from the topic sentence to the first supporting sentence, from the first supporting sentence to the second, to the third, and to the fourth supporting sentence, and then from the last supporting sentence to the concluding sentence. So, have I used the transition signals appropriately? Yes. Why? I have explained the uh, reasons. And then, do I think a writer has always to use transition signal at the beginning of each sentence in the paragraph? Why? Explain it. No, I don't think so. I don't think that writer should use transition signals in every beginning of paragraph. Why? First, Basically, the first sentence in paragraph that I have used is the topic sentence. We don't need to use transition signals in the beginning of the very first sentence. Why? Because there is nothing, there is, yeah, no idea to be tell to the reader what when we're moving from where to where. Okay, just let's see from the basic of transition signals. What is it used for? So transition signals is used for explaining, telling the readers that we're moving from the first idea to the second idea. Well, if it's the first idea, it means that it is the very beginning. It is the start of the paragraph. It means that we are from nowhere. From the first sentence, we're discussing about nothing. We're not discussing about anything. So it doesn't need to be started with the transition signals because it's not moving from nowhere like that. I hope you guys could understand what I mean. Maybe in Indonesia I could say that kita tidak butuh transition signals di awal kalimat karena itu memang benar-benar hanya pada awal kalimat. Jadi tidak perlu ditandai kita baru pindah dari mana. Sedangkan transition signals digunakan untuk menandakan bahwa kita telah berpindah dari satu ide ke ide berikutnya. Sedangkan kalau dia adalah ide pertama, berarti kita memang benar-benar baru mulai. Kita bukan datang dari ide yang lain. Berarti tidak diperlukan sebuah transition signals pada benar-benar permulaan sebuah paragraf. But it is different case if we are moving to the second paragraph and the second paragraph is still related to the first paragraph. We maybe could use the transition signals in the beginning of paragraph because it is still continuing the explanation from the previous paragraph, but it is already separated into different paragraph like that. So that's the reason why we don't need to use the transition signals in every beginning of sentences. I think that's my explanation. Okay, now we're going to move to the next paragraph we're going to discuss. Okay, so for the second paragraph, I'm going to explain by using spatial signals. Yeah, I'm going to use the spatial signals. Of course, it should be based on a floor plan. Okay, a floor plan or for a place in real life like that. So I have choose my grandmother's house, as I have said before, rooms in my grandmother's house and their uses. But before we talk about the paragraph, let's take a look on the floor plan. So this paragraph should be based on this floor plan. Okay, as you guys can see on your screen, this is the floor plan. The locations, and then, yeah, or Indonesia, we could see denah ruang like that. And then from this floor plan, we should transform it into the paragraph by using spatial signals. Okay, but first let's take a look back on the outline. This is the outline. As I said before, you guys could take a screenshot on this outline and to compare or match it with my paragraph. So this is the paragraph. Okay, from the floor plan, you guys could see this is take annotation. Okay, so this is telling you that this is facing north, like over there is north. It means that if we go here is west, if we look over here is the east, right? And if you go over here is the south. Okay, so facing north right here. And then the rooms are there: bathroom, grandma's bedroom, dining room, my room, small kitchen, bathroom, aunt's room, huge kitchen, living room, guest room, like that. And then we're going to create a paragraph based on this floor plan. Okay, let's see. But before we start, let's see about the paragraph first. Let's read it. And of course, before I explain about this paragraph, just like what I have done before with the previous paragraph. So, rooms in my grandmother's house and their uses. There are a lot of rooms with different purposes in my grandmother's house. If you enter through the back door, you will immediately find the dining room we usually spend. Let me start over. Rooms in my grandmother's house and their uses. there are a lot of rooms with different purposes in my grandmother's house. If you enter through the back door, you will immediately find the dining room. We usually spend our spare time here by having a chit-chat while eating snacks. On your left is my grandmother's bedroom. My grandmother and my grandfather used to spend most of their time in this room. They usually spend their time by listening to preachers recording or sleeping. Right behind the dining room is the small kitchen. Some of the spices, meats, some of the spices, meats, and vegetables are stored here. Here you can find the stove, refrigerator, and the kitchen sets. Next to the dining room, on your right, it is my room. Since the online learning, I spend almost 24 hours here, resting, studying, doing assignments, and recording learning videos. These are two doors. There are two doors in my room, except for the bathroom door. If you get through the front door facing to the west, you will find the huge kitchen. In this kitchen, you can find huge pots and large frying pans. We usually use this kitchen for the food preparation or food prep if there is a family gathering or other events. From this kitchen, still facing to the west, in the very left corner is my aunt's bedroom, and on your right is the living room. The living room is quite large. We usually receive our guests here. From this living room facing to the north, you will find the guest room. Here the guests could take a rest and pray. I enjoyed living in this house because I will not get bored so fast since there are so many rooms here. Okay, so this is the paragraph. But before we're talking about the topic sentence, about the supporting ideas, minor and major, the concrete sentence. Let's take a look back to compare this paragraph to the floor plan. Okay, wait a second. Let me wait a second. Okay, so you guys could see this is the floor plan. So we're going to match from the paragraph with the floor plan. So let's start. Let me take my pen. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Okay. There are a lot of rooms. Okay. Rooms in my grandmother's house and their uses. Okay. We'll start from the topic sentence. There are a lot of rooms with different purposes in my grandmother's house. Okay. If you enter through the back door, so this is the back door. If you wonder what are these stripes, this is the door. Okay, so this is door, 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 and so on. So this is the back door. Okay, the front door is actually right here, but I forgot to give the sign of the door right here. Actually, the front door is right here, and this is the back door. If you enter through the back door, you will immediately find the dining room. Okay, it's correct. If you enter through the back door, you will immediately find the dining room. Okay, so I have to explain about the supporting ideas, the major and the minor. The major one is this is the dining room, but the minor one is about its location and the uses. So the uses of this room is to spare time. If we have spare time, we spend it here by having a chit chat while eating snacks right here. And then from here, on your left, okay, on your left right here, on your left, it means on your left right here, going to the left, right? On your left is my grandmother's bedroom. My grandmother and my grandfather used to spend most of their time in this room. They usually spend their time by listening to preachers, recording, or sleeping. So this is the use of this room. And then right behind the dining room, right behind. So this is the dining room. Right behind, okay, right behind the dining room is the small kitchen. Some of spices, meats, and vegetables are stored here. And also here you can find the stove, refrigerator, and the kitchen sets. So this is the usage of this small kitchen. And then next to the dining room, okay, next to the dining room, di sebelah dining room, it means next to the dining room, on your right, okay, this is left, this is right. On your right, it is my room. Okay, you can enter from this door. This is my room. And since the online learning, I spent almost 24 hours here resting, studying, doing assignments, and recording videos. Okay, so this is the usage of this room for resting, studying, doing assignments, etc. And then there are two doors in my room. Okay, this is the first one, and this is the second one. Since this is the back door, it means that this is the front door. This is the front side. So it means from this room, this is the front door, and this is the back door, like that. So if you get through the front door, facing to the west, okay, you guys could see north is right here. It means west is over there, west. Okay, facing to the west. Where is it? I'm sorry. Facing to the west, you will find the huge kitchen. Okay, this is the huge kitchen. In this kitchen, you can find huge pots and large frying pans. We usually use this kitchen for the food preparation if there is a family gathering or other events. Okay, so this kitchen usage is for food preparation. And then from this kitchen, still facing to the north, okay, so for the spatial guides, just imagine that you are facing to the north. You're not facing to the south again, like when the first time you enter this room, but now you are facing to the north, to the west. I'm sorry, to the west. I am sorry. You're facing to the west. In the very left corner, okay. If you're facing to the west, it means this is the front side, and this is the left side, and this is the right side. So in the very left corner is my aunt's bedroom, and on your right is the living room. Okay, so this is the living room. Okay, the living room is quite large. We usually receive our guests here. From this living room facing to the north, okay, from this living room facing to the north, you will find the guest room. Okay, so this is the guest room. Here the guests could take a rest and pray. I enjoyed living in this house because I will not get bored so fast since there are so many rooms here. So we have tried to match the paragraph with the floor plan, and it is matched. It is related. Now we're going to discuss about the content of this paragraph. We're going to discuss about the content of this paragraph. Like before, first we're going to talk about the topic sentence. So this is the topic sentence. Okay, there are a lot of rooms with different purposes in my grandmother's house. Okay, so what is the topic? The topic is my grandmother's house. The topic is my grandmother's house. Okay, my grandmother's house. And for the controlling ideas is the rooms. Okay, lot of rooms with different purposes. Okay, lots of room with different purposes. So lots of room with different purposes is the controlling ideas. It means that this paragraph should only talk about these rooms which are a lot and their purposes. We're not talking about the family member, the color, the other things. We're just going to talk about the rooms and the purposes from the rooms in my grandmother's house, like that. And then next, just the same like before, we're going to see about the major supporting ideas and the minor supporting ideas. Okay, let's make a mark for the major one first. So it's the dining room, and then grandmother's bedroom based on the outline. You guys could compare it with the outline. And then the small kitchen, and then my room. After that, the huge kitchen. Okay, and then my aunt's bedroom and the living room. Yeah, that's all. And for the guest room, so these are the major supporting ideas. So the main idea, the main topic is about the rooms, right? So it means the major idea should explain what are those rooms. So right here I have described there a dining room, grandmother's room, small kitchen, my room, huge kitchen, and then there are my aunt's bedroom and the living room and also the guest room. So all of these major supporting ideas have to be related to the main topic or the topic sentence. It's still talking about the rooms. And then next is about the minor supporting ideas. Okay, we could see right here. The minor one is about the location and the usage. So for the dining room, the location is if you enter through the back door immediately, and then for the usage is for having a chit chat while eating snacks. And then for the grandmother's bedroom, the location is on the left, okay, on the left from you entering the house. And then the usage is to spend most of their time right here to listening preachers and recording by recording preachers or sleeping. And then behind the dining room is the small kitchen to store the spices, meats, vegetables, and also to cook for refrigerator, stove, and kitchen sets. And then the dining room, next to the dining room is the location of my room, and then the usage is for this. Okay, resting, studying, doing assignments, and recording learning videos. So this is the minor supporting ideas. And then this is the location for huge kitchen, uh, except for the front door, west facing to the west. This is the talking about the huge kitchen's location, and for the usage is for food preparation. Okay, and then next is about my aunt's bedroom and the living room. The locations is here, the very left corner, and on your right. And then for the usage is for receiving guests right here. And then from living room facing to the north, okay, this is the location for guest room, and for the usage is to take rest and pray for the guests like that. Okay, so the blue one is the minor supporting ideas, which supports the major supporting ideas, and the major supporting ideas is supporting the main topic or the topic sentence. And then the last is the concluding sentence. I enjoyed living in this house because I will not get bored so fast since there are so many rooms here. Okay, uh, are all the sentences in this paragraph relevant? Yes, as I said before, all of the minor supporting sentence is supporting the major supporting sentence, and the major supporting sentence is supporting the topic sentence. And then the concluding sentence, let's explain about it, about the concluding sentence. I enjoyed living in this house because I will not get bored so fast since there are so many rooms here. So it concludes, it adds my commentary and the conclusion based on the paragraph. So the paragraph is talking about many rooms, and I have used it in my concluding sentence. Because there are many rooms, I feel I will not get bored so fast, and I enjoyed living in this house. I think I have missed about the discussion about the punctuation besides of the transition signals. But before that, I'm going to explain about the transition signals first. And then I'm sorry, it be a little bit jumbled. We're going to take a look back on the first paragraph and explain about the punctuation and also the capitalization. But before that, we're going to talk about the transition signals, which is right here. We're using space signs. Okay, the transition signals in form of space signs. Okay, right here. If we enter through the back door, okay, so from the topic sentence is talking about the uh, lots of room in my grandmother's house. But then we're moving to the first idea. What are those rooms and where are the location? And right here I'm using the sign. If you enter through the back door, through the back door is the sign. You will immediately find the dining room. Okay, this is the supporting ideas. And uh, on your left, this is the signs. And then right behind, and then next to the on your right, and then through the front door. Okay, it's showing the place front facing to the west, and then still facing to the west in the very left corner, and then facing to the north, facing to the north. here. Okay, so these are the transition signals that shows that we are moving. Like I have explained before, if you guys could want to hear it, just go back to the minutes where I explained about the transition signals. What is it about? So I'm going in here. I'm going only to explain. Have I used appropriately for the transition signals, which is in here, especially spatial signals? Yes. Why? The reasons is why, because yeah, we have already checked and take a look from this paragraph with the floor plan, right? With the floor plan right here. The floor plan is right here. Yeah, and is it related? So it is have used appropriately because every signals are based on the reality on the floor plan, like that. Now we're going to discuss about the punctuation. I'm sorry, I have missed about that, about the punctuation. About the transition signals and the reason why do we have to use it always. I have explained about it. Punctuation. We're going to discuss about the punctuation from the first paragraph and the second paragraph. Okay, now for we're going to describe about the punctuation from the first paragraph right here. I'm sorry. Okay, for the punctuation, the most important one is the full stop. Have I used the full stop and the commas in the right place and the right for the right purpose? I think yes, I have used the right punctuation. I have used full stop in every end of my sentence, although it the topic sentence, supporting sentence, number one, number two, number three, and so on, and also in the last of my concluding sentence. As you guys can see right here, let's take a mark again. I'm sorry, what's going on right here? Draw. Okay, right here, this is the full stops. I think I should not mark it. You guys could see what is the full stop and where is it. And this is the full stop. I have used it appropriately in the right purpose because I use it in the every ending of my sentence. Whatever sentence is it, as it finished, I use the full stop. And then about the commas right here, also I use it appropriately for the commas here. The commas because it's still talking about the same thing. I mean, it's not finished yet. The design concept of the nation is Germany. It can be seen from the buildings with large windmill on them. So it's still talking, but let's give a pause. It's still talking about the idea, but it's talking about a little bit different things. It's about the evidence that shows that it is Germany, like that. So I give a comma right there. I have comma right here. The third is Inazuma, the land of eternity. So it shows the title of the Inazuma like that, but it's not the different sentence is still in one sentence. So I have to put the comma right here. And then for the quotation mark, or tanda kutip right here, quotation mark, the quotation mark right here, right here. Why do I use the quotation mark here? Because it's showing the title. I mean, like gelar in Indonesia we should say gelar or sebutan like that, the magnificent like that, or the city of what, the city of this and that. We use the quotation mark to show, to strengthen the title of the title, to strengthen the position of the title. And then for the capitalization, we could see right here, Genshin Impact. It is the brand of the game, so it should be capitalized. And then Mondstadt is the name of the city, Inazuma, and then I'm sorry, Mondstadt. Mondstadt already being Liwei, and then this Sumeru, Fontaine, Atlas, Nizhaya are the name of the nations. As we in real life, we could say Indonesia, America, England, Australia, Singapore, China. Like that we should give a capitalization in every first word of them. And then for the title, okay, we should use the capitalization as well. And then for this is the position. Geo Archon, Electro Archon, Anemo Archon is similar with like Prime Minister, the Prime Minister, or maybe the governor like that. So we should use the capitalization like that. And then this is the name of person. We should use capitalization. Barbados, Morocco, and then Beelzebul. Where is it? Beelzebul. Here. Okay, this is capitalization. You should use capitalization. And then for the other capitalization is like here. In the every beginning of the sentence, we should use capitalization. The, overall, those, like that. Every first word from the sentence should use capitalization. And then other is about like Japanese. This is showing the culture. Japanese, Chinese, Germany, like that. We should use capitalization like that. And then for the other, I think that's all. The comma, the punctuation, the full stop, and the capitalization is all correct. We're going to the next paragraph right here. Just same like before, I have used the full stop for every ending of these sentences. And is it appropriate way? Full stop, you can see it everywhere. I have used the right uh, position for the full stop in every end of my sentences. And for the comma, same as well. For the comma, it's still talking about the same sentences, but if you give it a pause, if you get through the front door, comma, facing to the west, you will find the huge kitchen like that. So I have used it appropriately. And then for the apostrophes is showing the ownership in my grandmother's house, right, over in the right here, grandmother's house. You can see the apostrophes plus s, grandmother's apostrophe s house. It shows the ownership. And then aunt's room right here. And then uh, here. Okay, I think that's all. The comma, the apostrophes, and also the full stop, I have used it appropriately. And for the capitalization, yes, I have used it appropriately right here. Showing capital letter in every beginning of the sentence. You guys could see here, 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 here. We should use capitalization like that. And for grandmother like that, this is just the like family member like father, mother, brother, sister. We are not using the capital word in those things. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all about the capitalization and about the punctuation mark. And okay, I think that's all from my explanation. I have explained all of based on the instruction. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you guys have comments, critics, and other things, don't forget to mention it in the comment section below. I'll be waiting for that, and I'll try to respond it ASAP. And if I have a mistake, I am sorry. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.